Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Cygnus501, and today I'll be playing through the original Creepypasta Universe. A series made by SonicCraft.EXE, or RedInkling, which revolves around an orphan and their battles against creepypastas. Now, the series has taken a bit of a George Lucas approach to storytelling, with a prequel, a sequel, and a remake all convoluting and confusing the timeline. What should be known prior to the events of this game are our friend Max unintentionally getting a demon to make creepypastas a reality, we beat 2 demon kings, and now we're departing Mexico for a new life. Yeah, we are not going to get that kind of context from this game. And with the incoherent dialogue present throughout, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it wound up even more confusing to casual players. Ay. Well, as long as nothing supernatural happens, we should be smooth sailing. Oh! Hey, it's just good old Grandpa Splendid Man. Stopping by to say hello to, I don't know, Captain Linebeck and his first mate, Jack Sparrow? Heck yeah, man. Gonna have a party tonight. Let's go. Oh. Well, I guess Grandpa didn't just stop by to have a bite and a spot of tea. Nah. He came to kick our ass. Well, we wound up shipwrecked. However, fortunately, we are able to wash ashore a very mysterious island, literally known as Fantasyland. Born from the imagination of our friend Max, the entire setting of this game revolves around works of fiction coming to life in some form or another. Like, our best girl here, Pinkie Pie, who suspiciously looks like Pink Amina from the prequel. I don't know, buddy. Pretty sus if you ask me. But, well. What? Man, I just washed ashore some random castaway island, and I'm already being berated by its residents over my name. Alright. If it means getting back to civilization, we're gonna have to team up with our new buddy. Welcome to the crew! Now, with our setup out of the way, I do need to lay down some ground rules here for the speedrun, because as batshit insane as this game is, it's also a very broken one, with bugs that read like a frickin' Harry Potter novel. So, to begin with, number 1, I'll strictly follow the game's events and story, and maybe get a harmless bug like that one or two. Number 2, I will not alter any of the game's files other than copyrighted music and jump scares. And number 3, I will level up and buy equipment off-screen in between boss battles to save time. With that said, let's kick out this homeless man living in my basement wanting to fight me. So, I should probably mention this here. It is incredibly easy to cheese the game through leveling and equipment. For starters, we get the ability to tackle enemies with the chance to stun them, and stats that build up so quickly that most incoming damage is either outright blocked or missed very early on. Yeah. I rest my case. Well, I guess I just finished my spring cleaning for the day, so time to turn in for the night. we've got plenty of adventures to look forward to tomorrow, so, let us descend into our dreams. Well, dreaming of some weird shit, Luigi. Though, I guess there are weirder things to dream about than hooves art. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just here to crack open a few cold ones with my good old buddy Pinky. Yeah, never mind. I think I'll take the hooves art after all, buddy. No thanks. I mean, hey, I really like the mascara you got there, buddy. But Needle Mouse kind of has you beat in terms of looks there, so not my fault I ain't into ponies. Alright, so, our first battle with Best Goth Girl. I'd say this is another boss fight that can be very easily cheesed if you're at least somewhat leveling and gearing yourself up. Because she does tend to heal bot a lot. Though, I've never really seen her try to spam it this much. Oh, swing and a miss? Ah! Wow. Well, it was worth the effort, Pinkamena. It's always nice to see a good old buddy, but your yandere cupcakes suck at trying to out-heal the damage of the Giga Chad. So, I guess I'll see you later. On to day 2. That was fast. We'll at least be able to explore canonically now, without breaking the game. Though, I do honestly like the open world here. It's inspired by the Pokemon franchise, with a bunch of routes separating the towns. But I really do wish that there was more to see in between towns, other than barren wastelands of near extinction and a few trees in between. I guess before I make it to our next quest, I do want to get some items here in town. Like, the best hat that we can give Pinky. And, going around all over town, to just pick up this random apple. Alright, there we go. Just majestically appear on the other side of town. And now we can head on up to the castle here and talk with the 2 best waifus. Naturally, they're pretty suspicious of some weirdo barging in and just randomly demanding an audience. Well, being kind of a dick to them aside, we are at least briefed on some more lore here, and a general direction on where to go. Our first dungeon, Mowgli's Palace, to save Princess Zelda from a mysterious captor. Though, I mean, come on. It's Zelda we're talking about here. The chick is a badass, and I doubt she needs our help to get out of a bind. Well, thankfully we are given an operator in the game, Twilight, who can get us into Mowgli's Palace. With her teleportation magic, we can pretty much go anywhere. So, without further ado, let's head out to save Princess Zelda. Ironically, right off the bat out here, we can find our next party member, Link, who, despite needing the assistance on the rescue effort, hits like a truck and has some great stats early on. What can I say? Welcome to the crew! It's definitely gonna help. Especially with the bosses we have ahead of us. Aside from them, though, we do have some goons to take out here and there, guarding the keys to progress throughout the dungeon. But they really aren't much of a fight. Link couldn't even get a hit in. Yeah. Mowgli's Barren Palace is certainly no Shin Megami Tensei in terms of dungeon crawling. Just collecting keys and fighting some dudes. Believe me when I say the dungeons found later in the series are far more egregious than the ones you'll find in this game. And it doesn't help either that the loot found in them is usually pretty bad compared to what you'd get from battles. The zombies here, in particular, help out a lot with levels and gold. Though, this is the last of them, so... some good XP fodder for the SmackDown farther in. Once again, just popping up and, well, you know, getting instantly wiped out in a single turn. Alright. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Link just got a move that doesn't even show up in the skill menu. Well, not much to do now. Other than getting the boss key and unlocking the last door. With the rest of the dungeon out of the way, all we really gotta do is just head up here, and... there she is! Princess Zelda! We wound up finding her, and miraculously, with no captor around. Man, I told you guys, the chick is a badass who don't need no... Oh. Hey, it's just best goth girl. Yeah, so... as it turns out, a mysterious demon king has been pulling the strings behind the scenes, and has also been helping various creepypastas avenge their comrades from the prequel. Right. Good luck with that, buddy. It's not like you can just summon... Oh. So, she summoned photo-negative Mickey. Not exactly on the level of Oblitus Casa, but still an obstacle in our path to rescue Zelda. And learn the truth of Rainbow Dash's supposed death. Let's do this. Alright, our first 2-in-1 boss battle. Now, these guys can be pretty brutal, but I would recommend concentrating on stunning one and taking them out before moving on to the next. Thankfully, Pinkamena is usually more involved with healing herself, so I can take down Mr. Negative first. Oh, nice, nice. Now we can concentrate on Pinkamena, who really isn't any different from our first battle with her. Ooh, nice! That was awesome! Yeah, grinding the battles over and over again to get the best RNG takes some time, but when it works, it works. Yeah, get out of here, Pinkamena. We'll see you later. But for now, I think it's about time to conclude our first dungeon and head back to Ponyville. Phew, it's Good to be back. We can finally rest a little and pay a visit to our waifus here. Though it's probably a good idea to tell them about all that happened, considering we just rescued someone from a pony that was supposed to be sealed away. We do have quite a few questions yet to be answered about these recent events the past 2 days, and this Demon King. But for now, I think it's about time we turned in for the night. We can visit Toad Town tomorrow, and see how things are going down there in the morning. Bye-bye, Link. Sayonara, Pinky. Enjoy walking home in the dark. I'm gonna be here sleeping with the waifus tonight. Hopefully I don't have any weird dreams again. Ugh, my guy just can't sleep easy. Good to see you again, Pinkamena. And I see you even brought some friends. Not like it's gonna stop me from saving our damsel in distress, Rainbow What? Hey, come on, best Rainbow Girl. I'm trying my best out here. Though, this is kind of a sticky situation. However, fortunately for us, there is a certain someone that can help us in our darkest hour inside our dreams. Luigi Kid. I mean, hey, we take all the help we can get. Alright, my guy. Let's do this. Another 2-in-1 boss battle. And a far more brutal one at that. With a smaller party, it's kind of difficult to control the field. Wow. Damn, Luigi Kid. Nice hit. I guess now all I really need to do is hope I can keep Sonic.EXE down and my tech points up. This is far more manageable. What the hell? God damn! You have no idea how many times I replayed this battle to get the best RNG. Just to get something like that. Ugh. Well, thanks, Luigi Kid. Real glad you came into my dreams and randomly shat on a bunch of creepypastas. And on the other hand, more importantly, we've rescued Rainbow Dash and learned that not only was she not dead, but she was cloned and imprisoned in a place known as the Rainbow Factory. Ooh, the plot thickens. We'll have to look into that when we can. But for now, it's time to meet up with Pinky on the route to Toad Town. We don't really know how things are going down there, especially with all that's happened recently, and those thinly veiled threats Pinkamena's little friends made last night. But, admittedly, I'd personally just go to the Rainbow Factory instead. I get that it's important to ensure everybody else's safety right now, but come on. Rainbow Dash could literally be in a Menace Beach scenario. I guess we could look into the Rainbow Factory later, after seeing how Princess Peach is doing. Just don't look at me when we finally get there, and Dashy's pissed. Alright. Well, now that we're here, let us once again randomly demand an audience. Yeah. really love your sprite you got there, Princess Peach. Definitely not broken at all. And certainly living in style. When she's got TV in the castle. Jeez, man. Some self-insert. Well, I guess, other than being a dick again, we have some time to kill. Unlike other certain situation we could be alleviating. Otherwise, fancy meeting you here, Link. In another princess's room. Suspicious. I guess we can vibe with him for a bit and play a little Majora's Mask. Yeah. Get used to seeing this video, because it is featured in all but one of the Creepypasta Universe games, literally taken right out of the files of Creepypasta Land. As well as another video I had to edit to remove the copyrighted music and jump scare that followed. It may be an inside joke, but I'm sure this will be quite the opening for a certain doll that threatened us earlier. Hey, I never said it'd be a good one. Yet it absolutely fits our good buddy Tails doll pretty well, don't you think? It's certainly my way of removing copyright and tension for a good laugh.
Want a break from the ads?
Aw, hell yeah, Tails doll! I'd love a break from the ads! See, he's not such a bad creepypasta after all. Just a shame we're gonna have to beat his ass into the dirt for that stink eye he's been giving me lately. This boss won't really be much of a battle as it was with Luigi Kid. Because with multiple people kicking him over and just wailing on him without his friend to back him up, it's pretty one-sided. Man, guess I won't be getting that break from the bads now. Get out of here, Tails doll. I'm sick of your shit. That's one of Pinkamina's little friends that we encountered last night down. And I don't doubt the other one will come rearing his ugly mug in one way or another today. And speak of the devil. Seems like a mysterious monster has appeared in Green Hill Zone and has begun attacking its residents. Guess we're the only ones that are up to help out around here. Well, I know the perfect person to get us there. Good old Twilight. Let's do this. Not quite exactly what I was expecting. After seeing how bustling Toad Town and Ponyville were, you'd think with such a wide cast of Sonic characters, Green Hill Zone wouldn't be so desolate. I guess with the chaos caused by Sonic.EXE killing off the classic cast and impersonating classic Sonic, the place wound up looking like this. Oh, there he is! Snooping as usual, I see. Though, not exactly subtle, are we, buddy? When you're not even looking at me. Wait. This is familiar. Oh boy. Oh, shit. Yeah, that is certainly a scenario I recognize. Thank God for these magical waifus. They may just be support to keep Sonic.EXE from instantly killing us, but we've got the job of finishing him. Sonic.EXE, outside of his extremely close chase, is about as threatening as a Roblox noob. Really makes you wonder just how this guy managed to cause so much trouble for the people living in Green Hill Zone. Jeez. Without his marketable plushie friend, or vice versa, they're a breeze. Nice. And that's both of them down. Hell yeah. Wish we got to explore Green Hill Zone some more, other than some random island. But, mission accomplished. Thanks for the help there, gals. Damn. Guess we can all head back now. We've got quite a bit to tell the waifu queens. In one day, we managed to look into Toad Town and Green Hill Zone. And we even beat both Tails Doll and Sonic.EXE. I'd say we've earned ourselves a good night's rest. Though, instead of sleeping with the waifus again, we'll be going to our friend Eric's house in Little Root. Who's Eric? Oh, just some dude I totally ignored earlier, but still plan on bunking with for the night. And again, we have another random nightmare. This time of our favorite AC/DC crew member, Squidward. Hey man, how's it going? Hope that rock and roll clarinet is holding up for you. What? Not the ketchup.
Huh?
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. Well, that was quite a dream, but hey, with all that out of the way, we can finally set out to rescue Rainbow Dash from the Rainbow Factory. Though, we do have to stop by Hyrule to pick up Link. So, sorry Squidward, I know your backstory is sad and all, but quite frankly, seeing Zelda and the one, the only King Arcinian is far more important. With that said, let's get this show on the road. Just a shame we can't visit the best waifus, Paya or Pura here. I mean, I guess we can buy bombs from Morshu, the best boy. But, well. We can settle on Zelda, who's apparently already told the king of our feats in Mowgli's palace. And they are both very well aware of the presence of Pinkamena in the Rainbow Factory. Hey, at least that saves us the time on a rundown. All we really need to do now is get Link, and we're set on our next adventure. Fittingly, this time we can at least find him in Zelda's room. Come here, Link. We kept Rainbow Dash waiting long enough. We can simp over who's the best Legend of Zelda girl later. Despite our operator, Twilight, being able to teleport us to and fro, we're gonna have to hoof it from Hyrule to Ponyville instead this time. So, at least we have some time to prepare with some leveling and equipment before we face our second dungeon, the Rainbow Factory. Just don't go expecting this place to be any better than Mowgli's palace, 'cause it's actually far shorter. Either way, you know the drill, Twilight. Let's do this! Though, weirdly, this place feels more abandoned than Mowgli's palace, with the 2 keys we'll need for Deeper In being completely unprotected at the front of the dungeon, with no real security to bar our progress up ahead. perhaps Pinkamena has something else up her sleeve? Huh. Well, for now, we have all that we need to break Rainbow Dash out. And here we are. Let's just crack this guy open and reunite with the best Rainbow Girl. Hey, Dashy. Sorry to keep you waiting, buddy. Glad to see that Menace Beach scenario never came to fruition. Now, I know it's a little sudden, but we don't know what we'll be going up against. And we could use your skills to help beat Pinkamena. So, hey, what can I say? Welcome to the crew! Not exactly the most varied party around, considering we could have gotten one of the Mario Bros. Or Sonic cast. But, hey, Dashy is a mix of both Pinky's magic prowess and Link's combat expertise. I'd say she's the perfect member to have for our confrontation with the big boss around here. The best goth girl! However, as it turns out, Pinkamena's schemes were not just her own, as she has actually been the subordinate to the mysterious Demon King, who is none other than the Demon Prince from the prequel, taking up his father Zalgo's mantle as the Demon King. And he seems to have a parting gift for us. Pinkamena? Nice look, buddy. Hope it can handle a good beating. So, this is the state of our beloved goth girl. Let that sink in. Being corrupted by the last Zalgo parasite has given her quite a boost in stats and health. Though that won't really make her immune to getting bullied by us. I would say her cupcake abuse is a bit stronger now that her stats are slightly increased. But it really doesn't look like she's gonna be using it anytime soon. Yeah. Sorry, Pinkamena. Better luck next time. Come back when you're a bit, stronger. Another day, another plot of Pinkamena's, or should I say the Demon King's, foiled. And we even managed to bring back a very prominent equestrian. I'd say this is the perfect time to head on back and reunite Dashy with the others. You know the drill, Twilight. Yeah, certainly on the shorter end in terms of dungeons, but hey, regardless of length, the ends have more than justified the means. A new party member and knowledge of our true enemy here. And I'm sure the waifu queens would like to hear the good news, considering there's plenty to reflect on. And I'm sure plenty more to look forward to in the future. But for now, it's about time we turned in for the night. There's one last adventure planned for tomorrow. Just wish we didn't have to disband the group by butting into a heartfelt reunion, though. I guess there'll be plenty of time to bond when all this is over. In the meantime, I just hope we don't have any other weird dreams. Well, we've dreamed of much worse. This is our final dream battle featuring Luigi Kid after all, so let's do this. Buried Alive and Ghost are pretty strong in tandem with one another, and are both on the same level as Sonic.EXE and Tails Doll, so No change in my usual strategy there. Just glad Luigi Kid is backing me up. It is a shame the guy is never really given the chance to level up or gear up outside of our dreams. Because he's still a total badass. Yeah! Hell yeah! Thanks for the help, Luigi Kid. Guess this is goodbye. But you'll always be in our hearts, buddy. Well, I guess that's over and done with. It's about time we went to that last route and looked into Kakariko Village. We'll meet the rest of the party on the way there, and check out the temple in town. There's a particularly important figure there who has something to talk to us about. What that is, who knows? Something about fate or destiny? Who cares? We got the best gals here to keep us company. And, of course, get reminded that I'm the only one around here having all these weird dreams. Well, that's 2 of our buddies down. Guess I'll practice my cacti walking on the way to town. Jokes aside, I really do wish the routes here were more expanded upon, to give a more Pokemon feel. Because quite frankly, speedrunning through all of them really makes it all the more jarring when you head into a template map like Kakariko Village here, and the layout and design are totally different. I know. It's certainly no Earthbound. But, hey, I just want to see more from the creator. And speaking of the creator, we've finally made it to the temple. Of time, I guess? To meet our mysterious benefactor. A man that seems to understand our goals. And our ultimate quest. The one, the only, God. Yeah, definitely not surreal or anything. Finding God in the corner of some random temple. Though, he does at least tell us that we are his 4 chosen warriors, the Creepypasta Hunters, with the primary goal of taking down the Demon King in the underworld, the Nether. And thankfully, we can find Link on the right side of the temple. All we'll really need to do now is just pick him up and we'll be on our way. Hey, Link. You ready to bomb some Dodongos? Yeah, you are. Come here, buddy. We've got one last job to do. And I know just the gal to help us out. Let's travel to Luna's palace and have one last conversation with our beloved operator. Alright, Twilight. You know what to do. So, remember when I mentioned this was a spin-off of Creepypasta Land? Well, say hello to Ben, our friend that was possessed and defeated in the prequel alongside his girlfriend Sally. And they have another certain individual that survived the shipwreck from the beginning as well. Our friend Max, the protagonist of Creepypasta Land. God damn! Yeah. Sprites aside, this is the Max. Our best friend whose imagination was unintentionally responsible for everything we've seen throughout the game. And alongside our old friend Ben, who we believe to have been killed, no less. Together, the party of Creepypasta Land are certainly no pushovers, and can both be quite a nuisance, if not held down. And it doesn't exactly help either that starting from this point on, all bosses will be sporting 6,666 health each. Now, thankfully, to alleviate this, I have leveled up my entire party to be at least level 20. And I know that may sound pretty low, but I'd actually argue it's far higher than expected. The party at this point has all of their skills and can mass spam triple attacks. It just murders everything. I rest my case. On the other hand, we faced a shadow from our past. And we even managed to rescue Max, who was actually captured during the attack on the ship and forced to battle us. Now, thankfully, we are given a bit of insight into the events from our previous lives in Mexico. As vague as they are, like the death of our parents and our still missing sibling. We even get a mention of Max's sister Susan, who, by the way, is the female protagonist from Creepypasta Land. Funny that. We'll get back to Max later. But for now, it's time to take out the Demon King's 5 Guardians in an Elite Four styled boss rush. Let's get this party started. First up is Jaduzable. Or just been drowned. Now, funny thing to mention about this guy. Despite all 5 of the Guardians being nearly identical to one another in terms of health and skills, Ben Drowned actually has more attack power than any of the other bosses in this game. And I guess we'll never get to see it, apparently. Well, sorry, Jaduzable. I know your attack is even stronger than the Demon King's, but I still got a hot date with the best creepypasta waifu, Jane the Killer. That's certainly not Jane. But I guess we're up against her Super Saiyan muted Jane form. And to be honest, the only thing of note here is Jane's vampire ability, which drains our party's health to heal her. Well, that is if you fail to keep her down. Always nice to see you, Jane. I mean, love the soulless eyes you got there. But, frankly, I have to beat up on a basement dweller. To think we'd run into our good old buddy Jeff the Killer, here of all places. And, to be honest, this is literally the same battle we had with him at the beginning. Except now, he's a bit more tanky, and he's getting beaten up by 4 people. Really makes you wonder, just how did Jeff even become one of the 5 Guardians here? Actually, forget what I asked. I guess some things are better left unanswered. Well, next up on our to-do list is confront the one responsible for shipwrecking us earlier, Grandpa Splendid Man. kind of ironic calling Slenderman Grandpa here. Because the guy is actually weaker than any of the other 5 Guardians, with no unique skills to speak of. You'd think the guy that crashed a ship full of Demon Kingslayers would actually pose a threat. Well, get some sleep, Grandpa. You've earned it. And just like that, our final Guardian is straight ahead. Our good old buddy Pinkamena. And she has yet another trick up her sleeve. The Black Metal, an object of power from Creepypasta Land. And she intends to power herself up one last time to take us down. Even though she just looks like the way she did before she powered up last time. Ah, well. Let's do this. Well, Pinkamena's last stand is certainly not just for show, because she came prepared with more cupcakes and a thunder attack. Though, I do gotta say, we've all come pretty far over the course of this adventure. And Pinkamena sure has as well. I mean, she even proved herself to be quite the nemesis. Well, she tried at least. Nice. And that's all 5 of the Guardians down. All that's left is the Demon King himself. And he's not so smug now that he's been backed into a corner. We've faced him once before alongside his father, but now it's time to finish this. Pretty fitting for the final battle against the Demon King to be the most difficult, because our friend here has 2 phases and several attacks that can hit the entire party. Now, thankfully, the first phase is still pretty easy to cheese, so much as long as the RNG doesn't fail to stun him. Alright. Well, that's 1 phase down. 1 to go. Yet, even now, the Demon King at the end of his reign has one last trick. His ultimate transformation. And with a well-needed heal for our party, let's put an end to all of this. The final boss. The Demon God. Now, what's important to note here is it's absolutely vital to stun this guy as soon as possible. And hope he uses his basic attacks. Because the Demon God can attack twice per turn. Well, he could. Damn! And that's it! We've finally taken down the Demon King's cycle of vengeance. And saved Fantasyland. Yeah, Twilight, I'd say our job here in hell is done. We found one of our many friends that got separated in the crash, and we even tied up a major loose end. I'd say it's the perfect time to celebrate. And man, everybody's here. Including the Green Hill Zone, Toad Town, Hyrule, and Equestrian cast. Well, also, Bomberman and a bunch of randos. Ah, well. It's a shame God and Max didn't show up. But we can party all night long with the Mario Bros instead. And that is the end of Creepypasta Universe. I'd say it was actually a pretty fun ride, with lots of twists and turns. Albeit, a lot of twists that were made with the intention of sequel baiting to cover loose plot threads. Though, I'd still say, the strongest part of this game is how interconnected the world is, with a variety of interesting locations, characters, and bosses. This is certainly one of the more unique games that came out of the Creepypasta RPG Maker era, with a lot of passion put into porting the soundtrack and sprites, which definitely isn't easy. Trust me, I know. However, I have been playing devil's advocate here, because quite frankly, I'm sure we're all well aware of the many issues that need to be addressed. So I think it's about time for my ultimate conclusion of Creepypasta Universe. So, is the game good? No. I mean, just look at that title screen. I think it says plenty about the quality of Creepypasta Universe. In no game should you ever be able to do something like this. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said the game had a bug list that read like a Harry Potter novel. Granted, yes, for that sequence, I removed the dialogue, edited down some events here and there, and made the teleporters work. Yet, at no point in the game are you barred from being able to walk from the first area to literal hell. And that's not to mention getting faulty skills that don't appear in your skills menu, winning a battle just to get a game over because the player character was unconscious after a party disbanding, and numerous instances where you can outright softlock yourself in repeated events. Needless to say, this is SonicCraft.EXE's first game. And yeah, it really shows with all the faulty event planning. But it's also a very nostalgic game. Hell, I literally segmented the boss fights of this game to show the best RNG, and if I could play the whole thing without taking any damage. And it was a lot of fun to put together. And I can't wait to get into the sequel. I'm Cygnus501, and I hope all of you have an amazing day. Bye-bye!